What a great way to start a detox challenge the day after Halloween. So after tons of candy has been handed out, or maybe you bought your own candy to hand out and maybe you ate half the bag, what I want to do with you guys today is start throwing out the garbage. Throwing out anything as far as sugar, anything that you know that is causing toxicity to the system. We want to get that garbage out because that's really all it is. A lot of these sugars and candies and stuff that we buy from Walmart or even the dollar store or wherever you get it from has been sitting in packages for years likely before you put it in your mouth. So most of us know that you don't feel good after sugar because what happens is you get the sugar rush, you have it in your system, then you turn hypoglycemic and you feel like you need more sugar. So a lot of people who've been having sugar little bits here and there every day, we know that it's an addiction. So sugar actually does act as a drug. It sends dopamine to the system, epinephrine, and it gets us feeling up and go, but then we also get a crash later. So then that starts the cycle of feeling like we need more. The other thing that it does is it actually can turn into acetaldehyde into the body. So anyone feel like they have the feeling like they're drunk afterwards, that's because it's sending the same chemical that alcohol actually converts to in the system. So if you feel hungover this morning after binging on chocolate or candy last night, then that's likely what is happening. Our system is going through this whole process of converting sugars into acetaldehyde, and our liver is trying to get rid of it all. So for the next 21 days, what I want you all to do is get rid of the obvious sugar sources. So if you bought Halloween candy or even you have your kids' Halloween candy, I want you just to throw it in the garbage. Just throw it out. Yeah, you might think, I'm wasting money, or all these reasons why you justify why you have to have it in the house for some reason. No, I want you to get rid of it. I want you to look at this sugar as if it's a drug because it actually is. It's doing nothing for your health. So the other thing that sugar does is it causes tons of inflammation. So anyone who's suffering from low energy, if they feel tired at all during the day, that's a big contributor to how inflamed your body is. Anyone who has acne, whether it's on the face, chest, back, anywhere in the system, sugar spikes androgen levels. So it increases testosterone and increases abnormal hormone development, but then also makes your skin more oily, so more sebum production. So anyone who has acne, sugar absolutely needs to go. So the best thing to do is, like any drug, get it out of your sight. If you see it there, then you're going to want to have it. Now, I'm not innocent when it comes to sugar because I remember back in the day, I would eat Nutella cans whole. I would have the whole thing, or even like honey, just straight up honey. I remember one night I was studying for an exam and I was so stressed and I was sitting there with my book and it was disgusting. And I remember my roommate, she walked in and she was horrified. She's like, "What are you doing?" But when you're full of candida, full of yeast in the system, that craves even more sugar. So you add cortisol and stress to the equation. You just feel like you need to feed that yeast in your body. And so, like I said, it was an addiction. So what I had to do was I cut it out cold turkey. The first 2 to 3 days, yeah, it was tough. I had some sugar withdrawals where I feel like, oh man, I need that to even survive. But really, it's the yeast or candida in your system that's needing to replicate and needing that sugar to survive. So the obvious sugar sources would be desserts, anything you handed out for Halloween. I actually did get some Halloween, my daughters did get some Halloween presents that were stickers and pens and papers and all those creative things. So that was amazing that they saw that part of Halloween too. But all of the garbage that you likely got in your kids' baskets, that all has to go. The other sugar sources we'd have to look at is lots of breads and pastas. So just being aware of what other carbs and sugars you have in the diet. If you find that you crave them all the time, that's a big source of knowing, okay, I have an issue with how my body deals with sugar. And if you have a sugar issue, then you find, okay, it's very hard to burn fat. So anyone who has weight issues, that's one thing that we definitely need to be aware of. You cannot burn fat into energy if you're constantly trying to burn off sugar. So my tip for the next 21 days, I want you all to clear out the house, get rid of all of it in sight, and stay strong.